The Little Mermaid. This story begins with sailors out at sea trying to catch a mermaid. They throw sharp spears into the water. Prince Eric stops them, explaining they're aiming at a shark, not a mermaid. His men soon agree. He goes to the top of his ship, telling his crew to hurry to shore. Suddenly, Grimsby, Eric's helper, scolds him. He says Eric is being careless and should come down for his safety. As Eric climbs down, the ship sways. Grimsby, who had also climbed up to help, slips. Eric catches him, but a telescope falls from Grimsby's hand into the deep water below. Far beneath the waves, King Triton's daughters gather to celebrate the coral moon. But the youngest, Ariel, is missing. The king orders Sebastian, his crab advisor, to find Ariel and bring her to the celebration. Meanwhile, Ariel finds the telescope Eric dropped. She picks it up and swims towards a place where many old ships have sunk. She sees a new sunken ship and swims closer. Her best friend, Flounder, warns her it's dangerous, but Ariel goes inside. She tells Flounder to watch out for sharks if he's too scared to join. Inside, Ariel finds a fork, and she's amazed because it looks like her father's three-pronged spear. She then finds a mirror and looks at herself. Suddenly, a shark appears. Ariel quickly swims away, making sure Flounder is safe. When the shark keeps chasing them, Ariel comes up with a clever plan. She swims back into the ship. She uses her own reflection in the mirror to trick the shark and trap it. This lets her and Flounder escape the sunken ship. As Ariel calms Flounder, Scuttle, a seagull who claims to know everything about human things, arrives. Ariel is curious and asks about the fork's name and what it's for. Scuttle wrongly calls it a dinglehopper, saying humans use it to comb their hair. Ariel says she wants to see humans use it, but Flounder reminds her that her father has strictly forbidden her from going to the surface. Scuttle assures Ariel that most humans are not harmful. Before Ariel can answer, Sebastian calls her name, reminding her that she missed the coral moon gathering. When Ariel remembers the meeting, she immediately swims back to the palace. At the same time, Ursula, a large sea monster, is listening. She was sent away to the darkest parts of the ocean because she tried to take King Triton's power using dark magic. She hears Ariel talking to Scuttle. Ursula sees this as a good chance to hurt Triton and cause trouble. Back at the palace, King Triton scolds Ariel for being careless. Flounder tries to help by explaining they were chased by a shark, but this only makes the king angrier. The king tells Ariel off for going to the shipwrecks, even after he clearly told her not to. He brings up her mother, who died because of careless humans. Ariel is upset. She leaves the palace and goes to her secret hiding place, where she keeps her collected treasures from shipwrecks. Ariel thinks about humans and wishes she could learn more. While feeling sad, she hears loud, booming sounds from above the water. Curious, Ariel swims upwards to see what's happening. Meanwhile, King Triton tells Sebastian to act as Ariel's bodyguard and watch over her. When Sebastian reaches Ariel's hiding place, he sees her swimming up and follows her. Ariel breaks the surface of the water. She sees sailors celebrating the prince's birthday with dancing and fireworks. She watches everyone sing. But Grimsby pulls Prince Eric aside. He scolds Eric, telling him he needs to act more like a royal and not so much like his crew. Eric doesn't like this. He argues that he doesn't want to stay in the palace. He believes he is meant to do bigger things. Hearing Eric express the same feelings she has, Ariel starts to fall in love with him. Suddenly, the prince notices a storm coming and tells his men to prepare. Even with their efforts, the ship crashes into a large rock. Lanterns fall, setting the ship on fire. The sailors are forced to leave the ship. As everyone gets into lifeboats, Prince Eric slips and falls into the water. He passes out and starts to sink. Ariel saves Eric, bringing him to the shore. Once he can breathe, she slips back into the water. She watches his men come to help him. The scene then changes to Ursula. She is happy because Ariel's love for Eric has made her evil plans easier. When Ariel gets back to the ocean floor, Sebastian confronts her. He tells her he saw her on the surface. He warns her that the king will be very angry. He then tries to convince Ariel that life under the sea is better. He sings a song and plays with other fish, but Ariel disappears. At the palace, Grimsby tells the queen that her son insists a girl saved him. He asks her to find this girl. Prince Eric comes in, repeating that he truly saw a girl, even though others say he imagined it. The Queen dismisses his claims and forbids him from future sea trips, saying King Triton dislikes humans. Under the sea, King Triton and his daughters gather around a wrecked ship. The king is angry. He says humans are ruining their coral reef with shipwrecks and would kill merpeople if they had the chance. Ariel tries to disagree, and she leaves. Her sisters, seeing her upset, guess that Ariel is emotional because she has fallen in love with a merman. Hearing this, the king calls Sebastian. When Sebastian arrives, the king asks why Ariel is acting so strangely. Sebastian tries not to answer at first, but under pressure, he admits Ariel went to the surface to save a human. The king is shocked, as he expected to hear she had found a merman. Elsewhere, Ariel tells Flounder about her plan to go back to the surface to meet Eric. King Triton suddenly appears at her hiding place. He expresses deep disappointment. He angrily demands that her interest in humans stop. In his rage, he uses his trident to destroy all of Ariel's collected treasures from shipwrecks. Before leaving, he warns her not to go to the surface again. A devastated Ariel cries among her broken treasures. Sebastian feels bad and tries to say sorry, but she tells him to leave. As Flounder and Sebastian depart, Ursula magically appears before Ariel, drawing her to her evil home. She tells Ariel that her father lied about her being evil, claiming she only wants to help. Feeling hopeless, Ariel agrees to meet Ursula. Sebastian and Flounder secretly follow her. After a long swim, Ariel reaches the dark ocean depths where Ursula was sent away. She enters Ursula's home. Ursula offers to change her into a human. Ursula states the one rule: Ariel must marry the prince within 3 days to stay human forever. If not, she will turn back into a mermaid and become Ursula's property. In exchange for legs, Ursula will take Ariel's mermaid siren, her beautiful singing voice. At first, Ariel hesitates, not wanting to go against her father. However, Ursula reminds her of the king's threat, and Ariel changes her mind. She gives Ursula a scale for the magic potion. Ursula begins making the potion and tells Ariel to sing. Soon, Ariel's tail changes into legs, and she loses her voice. Now fully human, Ariel cannot breathe underwater. She quickly rushes to the surface. Flounder and Sebastian help her, pushing her to shore. Meanwhile, Ursula celebrates her victory over King Triton. She had secretly added a spell to make Ariel forget the marriage rule. The three friends are soon caught in a fisherman's net. As the fisherman empties it, he finds Ariel among the seaweed, thinking she was lost from another shipwreck. He immediately takes her to shore, giving her to Lashana, explaining he found Ariel stranded. Lashana helps Ariel to a room where she is given a bath and clean clothes. Another girl, Rosa, then reveals that Prince Eric is still looking for the girl who saved him, which makes Lashana go get the prince. Ariel eagerly waits for the prince, but when he arrives, she is disappointed he doesn't remember her. The harsh truth sets in. Her sacrifice might have been for nothing. The prince leaves, kindly offering her a spare room in the palace. Left alone, Sebastian joins Ariel, trying to remind her of the marriage condition, but she doesn't understand. He realizes Ursula has cast a spell on her. Later, Ariel wakes up to Scuttle arguing with Sebastian. While they are quarreling, Ariel slips away. She explores the palace hallways and enters a room filled with strange items. She touches everything. Then she picks up a small mermaid statue as the prince walks in. Ariel hides, but Eric spots her. He tries to make her feel comfortable by talking about his sea trips and the things he has collected. Ariel is excited, as she also loves collecting treasures. He offers to show her around, but Grimsby interrupts. He reminds Eric that carriages will search for his mystery girl in the morning. However, Grimsby notices Eric starting to like Ariel and offers an extra carriage for their tour. Eric takes Ariel to the mainland, where she excitedly explores the busy markets. When offered food and a fork, she amusingly uses it to comb her hair, just as Scuttle had told her. After a day of dancing and exploring, the prince takes Ariel to a quiet lagoon. Elsewhere, Sebastian, Scuttle, and Flounder make a plan to help Eric marry Ariel. At the lagoon, they create a romantic setting. As Eric and Ariel grow close, Ursula's hidden stingrays tip their boat, ending the special moment. Under the sea, a frustrated Ursula casts another spell, turning herself into a human girl. Back at the palace, Grimsby escorts Ariel to her room, while the prince goes to the beach. He hears singing in the distance and follows the voice. He finds a beautiful young woman on a rock, singing the mermaid siren song. The next morning, Scuttle wakes Ariel, reporting rumors of the prince's engagement. Ariel rushes out, expecting Eric to marry her, but finds him with another girl. Eric seems under a spell. When Grimsby asks if he's sure about a public announcement, Eric cannot answer clearly. Seeing Eric with another girl, Ariel disappears again. Sebastian and Scuttle look for her. Sebastian tells Scuttle to find Ariel and asks Flounder to tell the king. As Scuttle searches, she hears Ariel's song. She flies to a palace room, discovering that the girl is Ursula, who has tricked the prince with Ariel's stolen voice. Scuttle rushes back to Ariel, telling her that Eric is being deceived. Ariel runs back to the palace. Just as the prince is about to propose to Ursula, Ariel knocks Ursula down. Ariel gets her voice back and explains everything to Eric. He is about to propose, but the sun sets. Ursula turns back into her true monster form. She tells Ariel she's too late and drags her into the ocean. In her lair, King Triton faces Ursula. He demands to know what she wants for his daughter. Ursula uses this chance, grabs Triton's trident, and crowns herself ruler of the 7 seas. Before she can kill Ariel, Eric bravely dives in and pulls Ariel out. They don't get far. Ursula grows to a giant size, creating a huge wave with her new powers. She tries to kill them both, but Ariel steers a shipwreck, which had floated to the surface, directly towards Ursula. The ship crashes into Ursula, dragging her to the ocean floor. Ariel then gets her father's trident and uses it to bring the king back to life. With his power restored, Ariel and Eric are separated as she turns back into a mermaid. Several weeks later, the king sees Ariel as unhappy underwater. He grants her wish to become human again. She meets Prince Eric again, and they get married. This connects the mer people and humans. Soon after, all the mermaids and the king appear to support Ariel and Prince Eric as they start their new life together. Thank you for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe to this channel for more interesting movie recaps like this.